Hey everybody, Motorboy59 here. I was on Facebook yesterday and I saw that someone had posted a deal about how the government is not allowing ships to dock at the Port of Los Angeles and unload. And they had a picture of all the ships that are at anchor off the port. And that is happening, but it's not because the government isn't allowing ships to dock. And they said that in the person who posted that, who I don't know, said that the government's doing this to jack up the prices of everything in the United States, and it's part of the conspiracy or whatever, the agenda by the Democrats to create shortages and all that. And that's just not true. Don't get me wrong, I'm not defending this administration or liberals or progressives in any way, shape, or form, but those ships are at anchor off of Los Angeles because there's no room in the port to offload their containers right now. I did a piece on precision schedule railroading a couple of weeks ago. Not many people on this channel watched it, but a lot of people on my other channel watched it. It was actually a really popular video. And I discussed that, how the yards the railroad uses corridors. The I-5 corridor goes from Los Angeles to Seattle. The Sunset corridor goes from Los Angeles to New Orleans. And the Chicago corridor goes from Los Angeles to Chicago. Those are the three main corridors for the Union Pacific in the west of the Mississippi. And the Chicago-LA corridor is backed up because the marshaling yards in Chicago, they couldn't get their material out of there. They didn't have truck drivers. They didn't have dock workers. There was a shortage of chassis to haul these containers on. There were a lot of problems, and the railroads weren't able to move those intermodal containers out of the Port of Los Angeles to Chicago. There was nowhere to put them. So the railroads cut the trains on that corridor to a crawl. They didn't have any choice. There was nowhere to put this stuff. As time has gone along, things have gotten a little better, and they're starting to move that stuff out of there now, and those ships are able to come in and unload. But they're still, from what I understand, at the time I did that video, which was, I said, about 2 weeks ago, someone said they had a son or something in the maritime industry, and at that time there were 30 to 35 ships anchored off of Los Angeles. I know that things are starting to move again. I don't know how many ships are still out there. I'm not gonna, I don't, it doesn't matter. That's really not what this video is about. The point of this video is that on that post, I left a comment, and I didn't know the person who made the post, but I left a comment on there about what I just talked about the trucks and all the problems they were having in Chicago. And a friend of mine who was involved in the comments of the thread responded and said, I see your point, makes sense, whatever she said. And she said, but that content is gone. So I went back and looked at the original post, and it was gone. And generally two things cause Facebook posts to be removed. Either the person who posted it removed it. Maybe that person saw what I had to say and just decided to remove it. But I don't think so. I don't know who that was, like I said. But it didn't sound like the kind of person that was going to back down from what I had to say. And the other is that Facebook will remove it. And I don't know which it is. But I do know that Facebook tends to remove things that don't toe the line. I've posted things that were critical of the current administration, but when I posted those things, I used facts. I'm not going to say I never post with my opinions, but I don't like doing that. I prefer to have what I say backed up with facts. And I've never had anything removed by Facebook. But maybe since this was obviously someone, and it was a big old long rant, and it was very opinionated and incorrect. But still, I don't think Facebook should remove that kind of stuff. If it's something that might be hazardous, dangerous in some way. But I've noticed a lot lately, things about the vaccines being removed. And everybody knows I'm not opposed to vaccines. I'm only opposed to the mandates. But I've seen a lot of that stuff removed. And now this. I hope that the person who made that post is the one who removed it. But if it's Facebook, I'm just not down with that. Even if people want to post stuff that they don't have facts to back up, it just makes them look ignorant or lazy or whatever. And I've seen a lot of my fellow conservatives posting things like that lately about a variety of different things since the Biden was elected and since Newsom didn't get recalled. I hate to see Facebook doing things like that. I don't use Twitter. I use Instagram very rarely. I don't use TikTok. I just use YouTube and Facebook. Lately with Facebook, I've almost gotten where all I really share is photographs and stories on history groups and push my videos. Everyone knows that Zuckerberg and Facebook are extremely liberal and certainly are censoring things. And I just think, as I told my friend, it sure makes them look guilty of censorship. But we already know that. I don't know. What do you think about the way Facebook handles things? And like I said, if you want to comment on Twitter and all that other stuff, I don't use it, but feel free to comment about it. Let me know what you think about the Facebook removing things and the censorship of the social media, which is almost all liberally based. Let me know in the comments below. Shoot me an email at motorpoet59@gmail.com. Like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell if you want to be notified of future content. We'll see you all later.